All artwork is made up of elements and principles of art and design. No artwork can be composed without the use of these elements, and they are value, texture, color, shape, lines, and dot. That's why these elements are known as the basic building blocks of artworks. A line is a continuous mark made on a surface, while a dot is a mark made on a surface. There are several types of lines: diagonal, wavy, zigzag, and many more. Lines are further characterized into four: implied lines, which are lines made when a series of objects are arranged in a manner to suggest a line. Actual lines are continuous marks that are made on a surface. Contour lines are lines that define an edge or outline of a form, usually made without looking at the page or lifting the pen once you begin. Gestural lines are made when creating quick sketches or figures in motion. There are four main line characteristics, and these are character, which is determined by the media, either pen or pencil, used to draw the line. The second is type, which is determined by the general shape of the line, for example, a wavy line or a zigzag line. Measurement, which is determined by the width, length, thickness, or thinness of the line. And direction, which is determined by the angle the line lies. Shape is the second element, and it is a well-defined area with boundaries, and there are two main types of shape: irregular or organic shapes, which are shapes derived from nature. They have no definite shape. Regular, also known as inorganic or geometric shapes, are derived from man-made objects. They have a definite shape like a circle or a rectangle, and they may be constructed using construction tools like rulers, unlike the irregular or organic shapes. Texture is the roughness or smoothness of a surface, and there are two main types of texture: tactile texture, which is experienced by touch. For example, this tree bark is an actual object whose roughness can be felt by touch. Visual texture is texture perceived by sight, like this drawing of a tree bark. If the drawing is touched, it will feel smooth just like a paper does, but it gives the feeling of rough texture by sight. There are four main methods of creating texture: smudging, which is blending pencil strokes to create smooth texture; hatching, which is the use of lines drawn repeatedly to illustrate rough texture; cross hatching is a drawing of crisscrossing lines to create the illusion of rough texture; scrambling is the use of doodles which are drawn to create rough texture; and stippling is the use of dots to create rough texture. Value is the lightness or darkness of an object or surface, and it is mainly used to show depth or define a form. Color is the last main element of art and design, and this is a form of light energy that has wavelength and reflects light. It has three main properties: value, intensity, and hue. Value is the lightness or darkness of a surface, and value is created by either tinting, which is adding white to a color or surface, or shading, which is adding black to a color or surface. Intensity is the degree of purity or saturation of a color, and it is changed by either the environment the color is placed in or by adding gray. Hue is the name given to a color to differentiate them, and they are divided into three main classes: the primary colors, which are colors that cannot be obtained by mixing any color, so they are derived from natural pigments, and that are red, blue, and yellow. Secondary colors are colors created by mixing two primary colors in equal proportions. Green is made by mixing blue and yellow. Orange is made by mixing red and yellow, and purple by mixing blue and red. Tertiary colors are created when mixing a primary color and a tertiary color to produce colors like red, orange, and yellow orange, and many more. Color schemes are how colors are paired up in designs. And there are 5 main color schemes. Triadic is a color scheme where any 3 equidistant colors from the color wheel are used. Monochromatic colors are different values of a single color. Split complementary consists of any color and 2 colors adjacent to its complement. And a complement is a color opposite another color. So the complementary color schemes are any 2 directly opposite colors. Analogous color are colors which are next to each other on the color wheel.